From the very first breath we take, our parents become our first and most influential guides. Their presence, words, and actions form the foundation upon which we build our understanding of the world. They teach us not only practical skills like walking or tying our shoes, but also how to interpret our experiences, what to fear, what to trust, and what to value. Through countless conversations and daily interactions, they show us what to believe about ourselves, about others, and about the world at large. These early lessons, whether spoken or unspoken, shape our sense of self and our confidence to explore, create, and connect. Think about it for a moment. The beliefs we carry into adulthood often have roots in the stories and values we absorbed as children. A child raised in a loving, supportive home learns that the world is a safe place, that mistakes are opportunities to learn, and that they are worthy of love and respect. They learn to trust others, to form healthy relationships, and to approach new situations with curiosity rather than fear. On the other hand, a child raised in an environment of harsh criticism or emotional neglect may grow up afraid to take risks, worried about making mistakes, or hesitant to express themselves. They might doubt their own worth, question their abilities, or struggle with self-acceptance well into adulthood. Parents also act as gatekeepers of information, choosing what their children are exposed to, what stories they hear, what news they see, and which perspectives are shared. They decide which values to emphasize: honesty, kindness, ambition, resilience, and which behaviors to discourage. For example, a family who values education might read books every night, sparking curiosity and a lifelong love of learning. They might take their children to museums, encourage questions, and celebrate intellectual growth. Another family might prioritize hard work and practical skills, teaching children to value perseverance, resourcefulness, and self-sufficiency. Both approaches offer valuable lessons, equipping children with different tools to navigate life's challenges. Both shape a child's worldview, influencing how they approach problems, relate to others, and see their place in the world. It's important to remember that parents themselves are shaped by their own upbringing, carrying forward traditions, beliefs, and sometimes even unresolved struggles. Often they pass down their beliefs and biases unconsciously, repeating patterns from their own childhood, both positive and negative. This cycle of influence highlights the profound and lasting impact of early gatekeepers, echoing across generations. Parents shape not only our individual lives, but also the values, traditions, and beliefs of future generations. We carry these early lessons with us, often unconsciously, as we move through life, affecting our relationships, our ambitions, and our sense of identity. They influence the way we make decisions, the partners we choose, the careers we pursue, and even how we talk to ourselves in moments of doubt. Understanding the role of our first gatekeepers is crucial for self-awareness. It allows us to see which beliefs serve us, and which may be holding us back. By recognizing and challenging limiting beliefs, we gain the power to break free from old patterns and create new possibilities for ourselves. In doing so, we can rewrite our own narratives, shaping not only our future but also the legacy we leave for those who come after us. As we grow older, our world expands beyond our families. We enter the realm of formal education. Here, teachers and schools become crucial gatekeepers. They decide what knowledge is important. They determine which stories are told. Think about history class for a moment. Whose perspectives are included in the textbooks? Whose voices are missing? The way subjects are taught also shapes our understanding. A math class that focuses on rote memorization fosters a different kind of thinking than one that emphasizes problem solving. One might produce students who are good at following rules, while the other cultivates creative thinkers. The values embedded in the curriculum, competition versus collaboration, individual achievement versus social responsibility, shape our worldview. Beyond the classroom, schools themselves act as gatekeepers. Access to quality education is not equal. Where we live, our family's income, and even our ethnicity can impact the resources available to us. This inequity creates a system where some have access to better opportunities, perpetuating social and economic disparities. Education can be a powerful tool for liberation. It can empower us to think critically, to question assumptions, and to challenge the status quo. But when knowledge is controlled and access is limited, education can also reinforce existing power structures. It's essential to recognize these dynamics to create a more just and equitable education system for all. Entering adulthood brings a new set of gatekeepers: bosses, employers, and governments. These entities control access to essential resources, jobs, money, and opportunities. They set the rules and expectations that govern our work lives and impact our economic well-being. Consider the hiring process for a moment. Employers decide who gets interviewed, who gets hired, and how much they will be paid. They often rely on resumes, references, and qualifications that may not accurately reflect a person's skills or potential. This system can disadvantage individuals from marginalized communities who may not have had access to the same opportunities. Governments act as gatekeepers on a larger scale. They create laws and policies that impact our ability to work, travel, and access essential services. Immigration policies, for example, can prevent people from seeking better lives. Discriminatory lending practices can make it difficult for certain groups to buy homes or start businesses. These systems of control are not always obvious. They often operate through subtle biases and systemic barriers. Recognizing these hidden gates is crucial for understanding how power operates and for advocating for more equitable access to resources and opportunities. We must work to dismantle these barriers and create a world where everyone has a fair chance to succeed. In our increasingly digital world, tech companies have emerged as powerful gatekeepers. They control access to information, shape our online identities, and influence our perceptions of the world. Through algorithms and data collection, they determine what we see, who we connect with, and how we experience the online world. Think about social media. Platforms like Facebook and Instagram curate our news feeds, showing us content they believe we'll find engaging. This can create echo chambers, reinforcing existing beliefs and limiting exposure to diverse perspectives. It can also be used to spread misinformation and manipulate public opinion. Search engines like Google determine what information we find when we search online. Their algorithms prioritize certain websites and sources, shaping our understanding of events and issues. This gives them immense power to influence public discourse and shape our understanding of the world. Beyond information, tech companies also control our online identities. Our digital profiles, from social media accounts to online shopping histories, are curated and controlled by these companies. This data is used to target us with advertising, track our online behavior, and even influence our offline actions. Understanding the role of tech companies as gatekeepers is essential for navigating the digital world. We must be critical consumers of online information, seek out diverse perspectives, and advocate for greater transparency and accountability from these powerful entities. Access to healthcare is a fundamental human right, yet it remains a privilege for many. Healthcare systems, often influenced by insurance companies and government policies, act as gatekeepers, determining who receives care, what kind of care they receive, and how much they must pay for it. This can have profound consequences for individuals and communities, impacting life, death, and dignity. Consider someone without health insurance. A routine checkup might be financially out of reach, leading to preventable health issues down the line. A serious illness could result in crippling debt or even bankruptcy. The fear of these consequences can deter people from seeking timely medical attention, exacerbating health problems, and perpetuating health disparities. The type of care we receive is also subject to gatekeeping. Insurance companies may deny coverage for certain procedures or medications, limiting treatment options. They may dictate the length of hospital stays, potentially discharging patients before they are fully recovered. These decisions, often driven by profit margins rather than patient well-being, can have devastating consequences. Access to mental health care faces its own set of barriers. Stigma, a shortage of mental health professionals, and limited insurance coverage can make it challenging for people to get the help they need. This can have ripple effects, impacting relationships, employment, and overall well-being. Ensuring equitable access to healthcare requires challenging these gatekeeping mechanisms. We must advocate for affordable, comprehensive healthcare for all, regardless of income, employment status, or pre-existing conditions. We must address the social determinants of health, such as poverty and discrimination, that create barriers to care. And we must prioritize mental health, ensuring that everyone has access to the support they need to thrive.